What is your idea of a perfect day? I also think that's like another question that is only asked to women. What is your idea of a perfect date? What about the men? I'm sure their answer is very different to yours.
They're gonna be like, I want to be on my couch watching
playing video games,
watching TV or sports or playing video games.
But that's okay.
That's fine.
Too.
That's fine.
Let them have their day.
Everyone needs their space.
Yes.
Ask them that. What's your idea of a perfect day? And don't get mad if he doesn't say you.
Yeah. If he just wants to get out. If he doesn't
say you. Because I'm sure you mothers and you wives, you wife, you woman
of the house.
I'm sure if we asked you the question, you would say, I just want to go to a spa, get a massage, or stay home and leave me alone.
And not see you for the rest of the day.
Oh my God, I didn't say that, but...
But it's true. Like, you just want to get away. Sometimes the men don't want to get away, maybe, but they just want to stay in the house without you in it. You know, like, you can leave for the day. I just want to be here playing video games without hearing someone nagging at me.
Oh my God, don't
to turn it off.
Naggers. We're not naggers.
Well, maybe to them we are. Well, so it's okay for them to have a day where we're not
you
on
can have
top
your
of
space.
that.
What's your idea of a perfect day? Like, what's yours? What would you love to do on that
I think
day?
it's a very playful question.
It is.
That helps you connect too.
Yeah.
Like, asking not only like very serious and emotional questions, but asking these type of questions kind of makes it like, okay, you know, let's make it a little bit more fun and, you know.
And again, don't get mad.
And maybe you learn something new about him.
Yeah.
Who knows? Maybe he, in that moment, he decides to tell you what he really wants and you learn something new. And you're like, oh, I never knew that. And you're like, okay.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. You just learned something new about your husband 20 years later.
Yeah. And don't get mad. Again, if he doesn't say...
Don't get defensive.
You know, if you're not part of that perfect day.
Right.
You're together all the time. And I think space
is very important.
It's very important, and missing someone is very important.
Yes.
I know this.
I know that too.
So, yeah, what's your perfect day, men? And do it. Go enjoy it. Yeah, have fun. Relax. Or just bed rot or sofa rot or
whatever it is that you want to do.
Play your game.
Eat snacks all day.
Whatever you want to do. Just do it. It's good for your mental health.
That is so true.
How do you feel about our relationship right now? I think this goes with the other question.
Right.
It's basically what it says here is checking in on him about things that are going to help you both stay on the same page and strengthen the relationship. When was the last time you asked your person, how do you feel about relationship right now?
Yeah. It helps things clear up.
Yeah.
It allows you guys to talk about what's wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Also what's good.
Mm-hmm.
But also what's wrong. Like, hey, let's talk about this. What is it that you don't like?
Yeah.
What is it that you like? What is it that we can fix?
And stay on the same page. You probably like turn the page. You turn the page faster than he did.
Right.
And he's still somewhere else.
Yeah.
And this is good to balance
what you guys are feeling.
Your relationship again. And then you can see where he's at.
Yes. I feel like that happens a lot in a marriage or in a relationship. It's very disbalanced. And where the woman is over here and the man is like back here, like just, you know, somewhere else. So it's good to like talk about these things, about where your relationship is, like it says right now. So you guys can talk about it, maybe clear some things up, you know, bring some things to the table that maybe you guys haven't in a while, and just move forward.
Yeah.
Like have that conversation and be able to, okay, now let's move forward.
You know, I think that before the year ends, every year before the year ends, you should ask this question to each other. How was our relationship this year? What do you think I could change?
Before you go into
the next year, you could ask each other these questions. This is great communication. with each
Yeah.
other. So you can enter the new year with
Different
perspective.
mindset.
Yes. And how you
Different
can
standards.
work together
Yeah.
in this and not go with the same routine again the next year. Like if you were a homebody the next year, if you were a homebody that year, and perhaps, let's say he didn't like you being a homebody, and then he tells you, I think we should go out more often. Maybe we can go hiking. Maybe we can do, go to the park. Then you can bring that into your itinerary for the next year. Like, okay, he doesn't like me, for us to stay home too much. Or perhaps you're the opposite. Maybe you went out too much and he wants to stay home. Honey, I just, want to stay and watch movies and stuff like that. So it's a good way to bring conversations.
Just to say what you like and what you don't like.
Yeah.
And kind of be like, okay, what can we change? And let's move forward.
But it's easy for us to say that, right?
Yeah.
But a whole year can pass by.
Yeah.
And this conversation is never brought up.
Yep.
You never asked each other, how are we feeling about this relationship
Except
right
when
now?
conflicts happen.
Thank you. When you have an argument.
And you're like, you're not happy. I see that you're not happy.
I love that. Because we only want to bring that up when we're angry at each other instead of bringing it in a setting that's so peaceful
and calm and just like very conversational.
Yeah.
Like, let's just talk about it instead of arguing about it. Because it's like when you bring it up in an argument, it's not even a conversation. It's just like, I can see that you're not happy right now.
Yeah. Toma.
Yeah.
Toma.
Do you even love me anymore? Like,
yeah.
No, it's like, it's so funny when you like think about it, but we do this. We women do this. We do. So we have to have like ask these questions in a healthy environment, in a healthy way, in a healthy conversation.
Yeah.
And also listen to him when he tells you the response. If it's like a negative response where he's like, I don't feel too good. Like, we've been having too many arguments. We've been very disconnected. Then also, like you said earlier, don't get mad.
Yeah.
Don't get defensive. Accept his response and find a solution.
And find a solution for it.
And go, and like you said, go into the new year with that and be like, okay, we're going to fix that. It's okay. If we're having this conversation, you see, that's what marriage is. Like, it's maturity. Like, you can't go into marriage or in a relationship where you can't have these conversations without getting mad. Like, it's just always getting mad, always getting defensive, because then how do you expect it to be fixed?
Well, again, it's a partnership.
Mm-hmm.
And in a partnership, the same way that you are partners in a business, you talk to each other in a business to help build
to grow.
So when you are in a marriage and you consider it a partnership, you talk to each other as partners so it can grow, so it can flow. And not only for yourself, but if you have children, even for your children, if your children see that you're always arguing, your way of communication is always arguing, that's what they're going to consider communication to be. It's arguing. And if you're not talking to each other, they're going to consider conversation to be not talking to each other. But if they see that their parents have this healthy conversation with one another, your children will be so healthy in communicating things that it's just going to go from generation to generation.
Yeah.
Not that what we learn from our parents, that we take it, we bring it to our relationship, and then we bring it to the next generation. No, somebody needs to break that. Forget the pride, forget the ego, forget the I'm the controlling one, I'm the dominant one in this. No, that all has to go to the side. You want it built? Thank you. A balance. You want to have a healthy marriage? Have a healthy partnership. Talk to each other. Communicate with each other. Why is it so hard for people to talk to each other? Why is it so hard for people to use words? Use your words. No, I can't talk right now. I'm angry. Talk to me later. What you mean later? Later, probably a lot of things could happen later.
Later is not guaranteed.
No, it's not guaranteed. It's not promised.
Mm-hmm.
It's not promised. Mature people. Not that you want to fix the situation. You just want to talk about it. You want to use your words at that moment. Don't look at me like that. Don't look at me like that.
But she's talking. I'm just looking at her.
I just think that in partnership is marriage, right? But I'm going to call it a partnership. In partnership, when you have partnership, you do have great conversations. You are transparent and you're raw with one another.
Honest.
You are. And marriage should be that. Not that marriage is go over there when I'm ready. We will talk.
And you know what happens?
Tell me.
You never talk.
Yeah. It just...
And then it just... bloop, bloop. It goes into limbo. And then it just piles up. One thing on top of another.
Yeah.
And then that's how resentment grows.
Yes.
That's how hatred grows.
Yes.
That's how anger grows. All of the negative emotions you can think of, that's how it grows.
Yeah. Yeah.
When you don't have these conversations.
You don't have a healthy communication. When you don't have healthy communication skills, your actions ruin everything for you.
Yeah.
Because you just want to be aggressive in your actions and you want to be aggressive in the way that you speak. La mujer sabia edifica su casa. And the other one tears it down. Spanglish for you. Which one are you? Are you the wise one or you're the one who tears it down with your own hands?
Ooh.
Which one are you?
What's something you're afraid to talk about? I like that one.
Okay, say it again.
What's something you're afraid to talk about?
Okay, so this is the woman asking the man.
Yeah. That's a hard one.
It is.
It's a hard one for you to get a response.
Well, he needs to feel
but you
safe.
Know what that opens up a trust.
Yeah.
That maybe you guys don't have yet, right? Maybe you're starting off your relationship, you haven't asked something like this, or maybe you're in a marriage for a very long time, but you've never asked him this. What's something that you're just afraid of talking about? And it builds trust.
Yeah. Yeah.
And once he feels that trust, maybe he won't answer you in that moment. But maybe at some other time. You know, men are very random. So sometimes they can come up to you. You know the question you asked me the other day?
I can answer it now.
I can answer that for you right now. Yeah, sometimes they do that. They do that a lot. They're very random.
Yeah.
So sometimes it's not in the moment. But you already, you asked it. You opened up that, like, that door where you're like, hey, like, I want to know what you're afraid of talking about.
Well, again, like I said, he needs to feel safe in talking to you about it.
Yes.
You have to create that safe space for him, vulnerable space for him to open up and discuss. Now, if you are a woman who's spicy, if you know what I'm talking about, that you just like, you know, he's not going to open up.
I don't know.
If time after time, you are a woman who likes to fight all the time.
Yeah.
You're yelling, you're angry all the time. And all of a sudden you want to become this person that wants to be deep with him. It's a shock to his system.
Right.
So he's not going to be quick.
Right. To open up.
You have to create a safe space for him to be vulnerable.
But maybe this is the way that you create that. Maybe you never had before. Maybe you are that spicy woman where you're like always like yelling or always trying to cause a fight or always just very defensive. Just sit down with yourself, reflect on how you are, and maybe asking these type of questions opens up that door.
Yeah.
And like I said, maybe he won't, like you said, it's a shock to the system. He won't answer you. Maybe he's like, what? Like you're asking me this? Like what? No, like skip next question. Like, I don't want to answer that.
Yeah.
But he will, even though men don't demonstrate or don't say it, but they do reflect. And they're like, oh, she asked me that question. Okay. Like, let me start thinking about that, and then little by little, you start asking these type of questions to him that it will allow him to feel like, okay, she's creating something. Yeah. She's creating a safe space for me. Yeah. And, and then from there, one day he will answer it and he will feel safe.
Yes.
And trusted and like, okay, I can share my deepest fear or my insecurities.
Yes.
And she won't be judgmental or she won't be defensive or feel like, something not good. Like, or like judge me for it for the rest of our relationship.
That's a big one.
Or see me differently.
Yeah, that's a big one.
Like a lot of men don't share that because they're like, she's going to see me differently. Or she's not going to want to be with me anymore. Or no, she's like, no, going to use it against me.
Yeah.
No, don't do that. Don't do that. Do not ask these questions either if you are going to do that. Like, don't, because that's not the point. That's not the point. The point is that we're creating a safe space for men. And with that comes us taking it and not using it against them.
And be present when he does answer. Don't look away. No. Don't start fidgeting with something else.
Or using your phone.
Because they notice that and right away.
And then that's it. It just ticks them off.
They shut down.
Just like, oh, never again.
Yeah.
Am I sharing something like that?
Yeah.
They don't. They take it very seriously. They're very emotional. They don't show it. But on the inside, they're like, oh,
very sensitive.
Yes, that's the word. They're very sensitive.
They're very sensitive, whether they like to admit that or not.
They are. They really are. Okay. Now you can
That's
choose
a
the
good
last one.
How do you like to be supported when you're stressed or upset? Sometimes men do not know how to ask for help and they handle stress differently. So when we ask them this question, how would you like to be supported when you're stressed or upset? You're giving them an open space to say, for him to say, I'd rather just be left alone for a minute, or please come hug me, please come be with me, comfort me, or you're just giving him a safe space.
Yeah, to share. What he thinks, not what you think.
Yeah.
Not what makes you feel supported. What makes him feel supported, okay?
When he's upset.
Stressed or
yeah.
Because it's okay for him to be stressed or get upset, okay? It's not only our right as women, it's also their right. And what can we do to help them feel supported when that happens?
Yeah.
It's not like, oh, you're upset, you're stressed. Now I'm upset and I'm stressed and now we're both. Like, let them have that too, you know?
Well, it's also good to ask them that question so you can know your limit and you don't cross it either.
That's so, yeah.
You know, because sometimes we can add and we can make it worse for them. And
that's true.
They're angry as it is. And then we're over here
like piling it up.
Adding to it. We don't make the situation easy. So when you ask him this question, he tells you the space that he wants. And that way you'll know how to act when this moment happens.
Yes.
That's being wise.
Wise.
And understanding your partner.
Knowing your partner.
Yeah.
And creating that mutual support.
Yeah.
Between one another.
Yeah.
That's a good one. How are you really feeling? I think that's such a simple yet important question. Do we really ask our men how they're feeling sometimes?
Yeah.
And it's like, it's just, it has to, I think that question really like depends. And it stems a lot from your tone of voice, like how your posture, like how you're asking him. Because sometimes we ask that question, but it's like, oh, how was your day?
Yeah.
And then, or like, how are you feeling today? And they're like, good. And then you're like, okay, and then you just brush it off. Like, that's it. So quick.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's like such a common answer. It's like when someone asks us on the street, like, how are you? And you're like, good, good. And you, good, good. And then that's it. Like, we do that with our partners. It's like, that's crazy. What, like, it's okay to do that with strangers, but like your partner, ask them, how are they really feeling? And sit down. And when they give you that like dry and cold response of like, I'm good or I'm okay. No. No. Tell me how you're really like express that, like that you care, express that emotion. Like, no, I really want to know how you're feeling right now. Like, how is it that you're feeling? How are you doing? Like, how was your day? Like, truly, how was it? Don't just give me such a short and dry response. Like, I really want to hear what you're feeling. I think that's very important. It allows them to feel seen.
Yeah.
It allows them to feel cared for. It just gives them, again, that space of like, okay, like, well, she really wants to hear. Sometimes I think at the beginning of a relationship, we ask this a lot, or we give that importance to these type of things. But as the years go by in a marriage or in a relationship, you kind of like let the importance go in these type of conversations and these type of questions. So after asking them, after so long that maybe you haven't asked them, it allows them to feel like, okay, wow, you know, that's something different. That's something new. But it's such a good feeling knowing like, wow, she really wants to know how I'm feeling today.
You know when this question is really good?
Yeah.
When you are in your bed.
Oh, like at nighttime.
At nighttime, when you're all calmed down, you know, there's nothing else to do. And you turn around and you look at him and you ask him, not even how are you feeling? How's your heart? How's your heart, honey? How's it? How does it feel? I'm getting emotional now.
Yeah.
Because I think there is a burden that men have.
Yeah.
You know, and it's heavy. It's really heavy. And they want to be providers. They want to protect their homes. They have the father hat. they have a lot of hats, just like us women, but I think for them is a lot heavier. For us women, we have outside friends that we can talk to, that we can run to and speak to.
Mm-hmm.
But men, they don't have that. They have silent battles that they do not talk about.
Yeah.
And I think when that moment comes, when you're in your bed, it's the most vulnerable moment. And it's that moment where you can just ask them, how's your heart doing? Can we do a checkup? You know, and perhaps he'll open up and say, honey, it's not good. Or honey, oh no, I'm great. I'm doing fantastic.
Yeah.
Either way, there's a moment there that it creates such a bond between both of you, because it's like, it's eye to eye. You're looking at each other.
Yeah.
The bodies are there connecting with one another. And me being that I'm a touchy-feely person, say, hey, honey, how's that heart of mine? How's it doing? And if he doesn't have any words that moment because he is struggling, that's when you start praying.
Oh, yeah.
That's when you start praying and covering your man, because he is being vulnerable. He's being transparent in front of you. He's showing emotions right there in front of him. And he shouldn't feel embarrassed. He shouldn't feel ashamed. He should just feel like this is a safe space for me to be this way. And I know my wife right now is going to pour in that oil over me,
Yes.
and I'm going to be revived after this.
Oh.
Yeah. How many of us pray over our spouse while they're in the bed sleeping? We should be doing that as women of God.
Yeah.
Speaking life into our man and being that covering over him.
But I feel like that's why it's very important to have these conversations too and ask these questions, because it also allows you to know what you're praying for.
Yeah.
Right? Obviously, God knows, right? And sometimes he will put prayer into your, he will put word into your mouth that maybe you don't even know, right? But no, sometimes God won't tell you. Sometimes God wants you to have that conversation with your husband.
Yeah.
And get that out of him.
Yeah.
Like, talk to him. I need you to get that out of him. So then now you can pray with more intention, with more detail. What is it you're praying for? He opens up about something. There is nothing better that you can do than give it to God. This is what my husband just told me. I might not know what to do with it. I might not know how to fix it or make him feel better, but I do know someone.
But he's not going to feel alone.
Yeah.
Once he starts opening his mouth, he's not going to feel like he's alone anymore.
Yeah.
Now my partner knows.
Yes.
And my partner is perhaps a little stronger than me right now, but I trust her enough to be stronger than me right now. And she's going to intercede and pray for me.
Yeah.
So she's going to protect me. That's what prayer does. It protects you in the spiritual realm so that he can get better.
Yeah.
That's what it does. So be that prayerful woman in his life.
Yes.
Be that protector in the spiritual realm for him.
Yeah.
So he can be back to position where he needs to be.
Yes.
Because he's not always going to be at 100.
That's the thing. They feel that pressure to be that.
Yeah.
To always have that like authority, and they have that expectation of them, like men always be okay, like be strong.
Yeah.
And no, they're not always going to be like that. And it's such a sweet thing that you just said. It's so beautiful. Like, maybe to the world, they are this strong, mighty man, whatever, always have it together. But with you, it's okay for them not to be.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay for them to be like, hey, in this moment, I am not this strong, mighty man. I need to let out what I'm feeling.
Yeah.
I'm struggling. This is what I feel right now. These are my emotions, and I'm giving it to you. I'm trusting you. I'm opening up to you. I am being vulnerable with you.
Mm-hmm.
And again, it's not to use it against them. It's not to bring up in an argument. And no. These things, we have to keep it with us. We have to pray about it, and we have to help and encourage them.
Yeah.
Be that person for them.
Yeah.
That friend. It's a friend.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
good one.
Yeah, that was a really good one. I like that one. We need to ask them that more often. And this is a question that you can ask every day. Every day, ask them that question. Every day you feel something different. Every day you go through something different. Every day it's a battle in itself. It's a struggle. So.
Okay, you want to do your last one?
Yes. So I want to do this last one. What do you love most about our relationship? This is the last one, so we can end this all on a positive note. Because I feel like we did one that's kind of the opposite, right? Oh no, it was like, how do you feel about our relationship right now? Sometimes that can be negative, right?
Mhm.
Like sometimes you might feel something negative, but this one is kind of like, this is something very positive where it's like, okay, you know, what is it that you love most about our relationship? I feel like that's key. It's not about giving a huge list of what you love.
Mm.
What is it right now that you love most? Right. So it allows you to reflect on what you love most about that person. So in this case, right, you're asking him and he can tell you what he loves most about your relationship. So then you know. And you're also able to strengthen that and make it better, you know, make it more spicy, whatever it is that he tells you, make it better. And now you know, and you're able to work on that and you're able to, like I said, make it better. So, and I feel like it's good to just also have positive, like I said, fun questions in between these emotional, maybe negative ones. And this one is a positive one. It's like, okay, there's good in our relationship
Yeah,
too,
yeah.
you know.
And if you're a person that loves words of affirmation,
this is that.
this is the one that will get you all
Yeah,
tingly. Like, that's what he thinks of me.
So
That's what he
beautiful.
loves about
Oh, you
me.
noticed that? Oh my goodness.
You like when I do that? Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Or sometimes you don't know.
Yeah, you don't.
Sometimes
You
they say
don't.
the most random thing and you're like, really?
Yeah.
Like, it's like what you would least expect.
Yeah.
Like, you probably thought this is what he likes most. And then he gives you something different. You're like, really? Like that? Like, and then, you know, but that's what they think. That's what they like.
Yeah.
It's not about what you like or what you think. You know, they think differently. They have a different mind than you. So, yeah.
And
I like
it strengthens, like it says there, is, how do you say that?
Strengthens.
Yes.
The bond between both of you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you talk positive,
like you said, affirmations.
it does something.
It creates that spark.
It does something.
Yes.
To both of you.
Yeah.
So ask him, what do you love most about our relationship? Or if you feel bold enough, what do you love most about me that I do for you?
Mm. Yeah, you can change it around.
Yeah.
Any of these questions, you can kind of change them around. And, you know.
The point is to create a safe space to
healthy.
speak about all of this.
Safe and healthy space.
Yeah. For him to be able to communicate with you. Like we said, men grow up not showing emotion, not speaking.
Yeah.
But when you create something like this, you know what I just remembered? Yeah. There's even a Bible. I told you this before.
Yeah, that's
there's
like
a Bible.
Questions.
There's a couple's Bible that asks questions and then it gives you verses to read.
Yeah.
And then you ask the question. So, you know, it brings a spark to the relationship. It creates a healthy communication between one another. Yes. And you also bring the spiritual side to it. So get that Bible.
Yeah. Or if you're not there yet.
Okay.
If you're not in that spiritual path yet, which we know that you will get there. But there's also like games. They also have like couple games.
Yes.
That are like card games that have deep, fun, you know, spicy questions.
I was just gonna say that. You want to get
you want all different types of games.
You want to get a man talking, do a spicy game board.
Yeah, no, they have all different types of like, it's like board games, but it's like card games. It's, you know, they ask questions. Yeah. And just do that every now and then. Just do it. Or at night, you grab a card, like make it like a routine between you guys, you know, or a tradition, however you want to call it. But like every time we go to sleep, we grab a card from that deck and we ask it. Yeah. And we end our night having that conversation. Yes. It could be deep, it could be spicy, it could be fun, sad, happy, whatever. But, you know, the point is that you guys have that conversation. You guys grow that communication between one another, right? It's not only you, women, communicating, but also the men now communicating. And at the end, that's what we want. Mm-hmm. But sometimes we make it harder than we have to. I'm just saying. I take that for myself. Sometimes we make it harder than we have to. And if we truly want our men to communicate, then we, like the Bible says, we are the wise woman. We have to create that space for them. Mm-hmm. Nobody has ever created that space for them. Let it be you, the first one that creates it for them. Yes. Not toxic. No. But healthy space for both of you. Yes. Both of you and your children. Mm-hmm. That will teach them. Yeah. That will teach them how to communicate. So we hope that with this episode, men, you feel seen. Oh. Wait, did you just do the heart?
cute.
Oh, you feel seen, you feel heard, you feel appreciated, you feel valued,
Honored,
you feel loved, as you should.
appreciated.
As women expect to feel is how you also should feel.
Yeah.
So we hope that with this episode also comes a whole bunch of ideas of questions that you can ask to each other. And with this episode, maybe you can start off while watching the episode, ask each other, pause, reflect, and ask each other these questions. Answer them truthfully, honestly, and in a healthy way, and grow your communication with one another. It's beautiful what good communication can do in a relationship.
Yeah. But just, come back to the show, okay?
Oh, yes.
Don't stay on that one question.
No.
Come back, finish the show.
Keep rolling. I promise you it gets better.
Oh my God. So we thank you. We thank you for watching the show, and we hope that you take this in, edify each other, and grow a partnership for the future, for something greater, not just staying where you're at right now.
Amen.
Amen.
Let's see. 1 Peter 1:8. Though you have not seen him, you love him. And even though you do not see him now, you believe in him and are filled with an inexpressible and glorious joy. Oh, it's like a message of faith, right? That even though you don't see him, but you might believe in him.
Even men don't talk. They're still there.
Yeah. And just know that God is with you in your relationship, in your home, in your family. And he wants to fill you guys with that joy. Sometimes we stop that joy. And from that comes proper communication. You will see the joy that brings you.
Well, if you have communication with the Lord, a healthy communication with the Lord, you will have a healthy communication in your relationship.
Amen. All right. Thank you for laughing with us.
Signing out.
And we are out.